And we are live. Dabs TV back again, this time with some Enshrouded. This is Trying to Survive in Enshrouded Part 1. Thank you for being here. As always, I truly appreciate you guys for always watching the streams. Now let's get right into the video. Alright, starting off with a game we've already started. We're at level 2. We've got a build started, shrine, well, a flame altar it's called. We're gonna continue to build. Join me. The reason we're playing this is because I was playing RuneScape Dragon Wilds, and just not my kind of game. So, kind of the same as this, survival crafting. It's a little bit harder, more like Elden Ring, and I'm not into it. So that's how we come back to this. It's not fun dying all the time in a video game and then redoing something over and over again, in my opinion. Maybe that's somebody's thing, but not mine. Granted, you can do, that's what happens in this game. You die, you gotta redo it all over again, but you don't die as much. Now, how do I build again? Missing materials. We need to change that binding. Can it be? I'm not going to use it that much, so it could be right shift. Do I need any of these? Up now. Alright, let's see about crafting storage string. Need more string. Okay. We got the storage bin now. That right there. Alright, well that's... Well, it's not like it's cooking or anything. That's done, so we got room. Let's go cook this meat. Should be a fire in here. Somewhere to eat or cook over here. You want to go? Cook one piece of meat. Good enough. Enshrouded. I don't get what I'm missing. I don't know how to build. Even though I just built yesterday.
We stand a chance if we stay united in our efforts.
at trees, you'll find it inefficient versus the following. Firstly, you can dismantle some buildables for quick logs. This is great at the very beginning, but really you will want a felling axe as soon as possible. The first can be built in the manual crafting menu, costing 4 twigs, 1 stone, and 1 string. Really simple, really easy to unlock. This does extra damage against trees and the shroud roots. And then later on, you'll find that you can unlock new felling axes at the blacksmith. Now, I know wood buildables aren't for everyone, so if you are wanting to do anything with stone, brick, various other materials like copper, then you're going to want to collect them using a pickaxe rather than trying to find them scattered around the world. This is going to be the quickest way that you can do this, and it's similar to the first felling axe that you have access to. You'll be using the same materials, and then the other unlocks later in the game, such as copper or the scrappy pickaxe, can be produced at the blacksmith. Another way in which you can get resources quickly is by disassembling other build pieces that are in use around the world. So if you place an altar in a town, you can start to take those build pieces for yourself. If you haven't unlocked the recipe, you'll just gain some of the base pieces, such as stone or dirt. However, if you do know their recipes, then you'll actually get those block types for you for free. Now, to do this effectively, I recommend using the biggest 2-meter box rather than a single-meter one, so that you're not clicking as much. Now, for your first house, you can create it using wood. It's probably the quickest way in which you can get set up in-game, but do play around with different materials that you find. Personally, I love the half timber blocks that can be produced, mixing wood with clay and then placing them on top of stone or refined wood. And also, as you get further into the game, you'll unlock more advanced crafting tables and items that allow you to slowly produce items over time. Now, you're going to need a minimum of one of
In this Enshrouded video, I'm going to be discussing building and crafting in the game. I'm going to be giving you guys some tips on why to build, what to build, how to build, and give you guys some basic and advanced tips and kind of discuss the crafting system in Enshrouded. This is going to be a bit of a different video than I normally do because you're going to see me basically create an entire settlement from scratch, kind of like a time lapse while I'm talking about some of these things. And obviously we'll show you the specifics, but we'll also show you what it looks like when you first start and what kind of your end product should look like. Before I get into all the details though, big shout out to Keen Games, who both developed and published Enshrouded, for sponsoring this video. If you need to do is figure out where you want to build it. And one of the really interesting things about Enshrouded, in my opinion, is that it's a lot more forgiving in terms of build location for you. And that's because you can fast travel back to your flame altar. You have a lot of storage that you can fill up if you're just talking about in terms of materials. So you don't have to position your, your base or whatever like right around a lot of natural resources, because you can go out, harvest a bunch, and then just fast travel back to your base. So you don't have to like run a long distance and then run a long distance back. Now, you obviously can shorten the distance if you place it near resources, but it's a bit more forgiving in that respect. And a lot of, survival type building games, positioning your,
All right, how do I build?
your little town flat. And, the importance of having a house or two more that's out of wood is that you can toggle on, snap on, and snap off. And what this does is,
Oh my god, how do I build, dude? I don't need tips. I don't need tricks. I need a guide.
I'm a colorectal cancer survivor. I wanted to be somebody who was going to survive, and I fought to survive. I made phone calls to the American.
Welcome to Enshrouded, everyone. The most visible building materials around are wood logs gathered from trees and stone pretty much everywhere, either digging right into the ground with a pickaxe or along the mountainside. However, if you put in a little extra effort, you can get, in my humble opinion, some more interesting looking building materials right away. Our first location is pretty much straight through Longkeep from the starter home area all the way to the mountainside. You'll easily spot a different color rock along the rock face. This is flint. If you build yourself a pickaxe, you can mine it endlessly for all the flint you will ever need. Within the same area, you can also find mycelium in the shrouded area. It is this mushroomy looking rock right here. Last but not least, if you venture down the cliff near the edge of the starting area, make your way into the shroud and cut down trees here to get some shroud wood. Along with regular wood and stone, you'll have all the starting materials you will need to craft all the blocks you will require. Another little tip to speed up the mining process is to chug water, which is easily obtained from the well inside Longkeep. Drinking water increases your maximum stamina and stamina regen, allowing you to mine faster. And as you see beehives, harvest those for honey, which provide an even larger stamina regeneration bonus, though it only lasts 3 minutes. Last tip for speeding up mining is to rush to the blacksmith, and once in your starter area, craft.
I don't get this. How to build. I need to know how to build.
Welcome back. I'm going to start working on the foundation of the build here. So let's go into our building and then go to our 2 meter by 2 meter wall blocks and then select it to be out of stone. And I'm going to pick about where I want the center of the front patio to be, which I think right here seems good. So I'm just going to go ahead and place one of those and then scroll down to where it says 4M. And then I wanted to select the bigger ceiling piece. They have these foundation pieces as well, but for the sake...
How am I not able to do this? If I have these, I have the hammer. Okay, now build. 132 out of 256. So do I need to build more of these? Okay. Need to build a shit ton more. Need to fix this. All right. All right. Probably put our door there. Alright, let's put this box down here. Put our stuff back in there. Add a little bit of water we can drink. Can we get a door on this somehow? No doors. How do you build a roof? Why is this so hard? Great. What the fuck, man? Probably need stone or something. That's all we're gonna do for now. I'm gonna play again later. So I'm gonna hop off here for now. Appreciate you guys for watching. Until next time, Dabs TV. I'll see you guys later.